All right, welcome to the 2020 Expo, an Allen and Lauri show covering the Evolution 2020 Expo. It's a few different things about this one, right?
Yeah, so this year the Chesapeake chapter and the Virginia chapter are joining us here at the DC Expo.
Absolutely.
They've added an additional day. So yesterday there were a lot of CE classes happening, and there'll be more happening throughout the day today.
I like the format. It's a little bit of a sprint, but we're going to be doing a little bit more of that too, right? We were walking around. Record-breaking attendance and a record-breaking number of business partners, vendors, property managers, and booths. So, shall we hit the ground?
Most definitely.
All right, let's do it. Our next interviewee needs no introduction, but we will anyway. Jaime, how you been?
I'm great. How are you?
Executive Director of Washington, D.C. chapter. Alan Hudson, Lauri Ryder. It's always great to talk to you. You're easy to talk to.
Oh, thanks.
So what's going on here? We got a lot more going on. It seems a lot more buzz, a lot more education.
We have a lot more buzz this year. So this year is our first multi-chapter conference and expo. We've invited the Chesapeake chapter and the Central Virginia chapter to join us in our education for conference and expo.
So what was the logic behind, or what's the motivation to combine them, other than just seeing our neighbors?
Sure. One of our challenges we have across all chapters is the ability to provide credits for continuing education to PCAMs.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get your PCAM certification, chapter education credits aren't qualified for your recertification.
Right.
And so by joining forces and developing education sessions for senior managers, we were able to offer recertification credits to PCAMs this year at conference.
That's excellent. I mean, I don't see any open booths.
There are no open booths. The exhibit hall did sell out. We have new exhibitors from the Central Virginia chapter and the Chesapeake chapter, and from our own chapter. So there's always new exhibitors and new things happening on the floor.
Very cool.
What's your favorite thing about this year?
My favorite thing is the partnership we created with the other chapters, that I get to work with the other chapter executive directors and staff and our members, who we share a significant number of members with them, really get to see us all work together.
Yeah, well, thank you again.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, we're here with our first victim, not victim, business partner.
I might be a victim.
Chris, how you been, man?
I've been excellent. How about yourself?
I'm wonderful. Wonderful.
It's good to see you guys again.
You too.
It's always a pleasure.
And you guys have done really amazing things for the chapter. I know you and I are on the membership committee too, right?
Yep.
So it's good seeing you there as well.
I'm also on Conference and Expo. I'm the co-chair of the Expo this year. So,
oh, nice.
a little bit of pressure with the 2 days, and I think it looks fabulous. The staff is doing an excellent job. You see the boxes of bags and what everybody gets, and somebody has to do that. And so we have great volunteers that really do a good job for us.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be anything without our volunteers. We just love the show because we get to see a lot of our current customers, reconnect with them that we haven't maybe seen in a year. Anybody that's in the community association world, I highly recommend that they do this show.
That's a great plug for CAI.
So, well, it's a good organization.
So speaking of evolution, since we're talking about that this year is incredibly different. We got 2 days, we've got classes going on all over the place. What's your favorite change?
My favorite change, it actually happened last year when we brought the education from upstairs downstairs.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're PCAM certified now. Shout out to Jaime and Christine.
Definitely.
They killed it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Sure did. Well, thank you.
All right.
Thank
you guys.
so
Cheers.
much.
All right.
There you are.
Well, hello.
Slow down.
I just can't stop.
You are fast.
I have wheels on my shoes, but don't tell anybody.
So how many people have you already said hello to?
Hello to?
You are moving.
Maybe a couple hundred?
Like a social butterfly. So what's new this year?
New this year. Well, we have a fun game. I know we do a traffic builder game or a scavenger hunt, so we have a new game. Yes, please. We need everyone to complete it, get all your stickers, and then we will pull a raffle for $2,000.
That's a pretty legit raffle.
Yeah, that's a fantastic prize.
Now, how have the logistics gone as far as this new Audible, the 2-day thing going?
I think it went really well.
Friday was good, Saturday
Friday was great. We had almost 200 people take
that's a good
classes
turnout.
this year. And I would say we had like 15 to 20 speakers, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Hopefully you'll come and say hello to us at our booth later.
Maybe.
There you
might.
go. Oh, it's time to go.
Time to go.
Time to go.
It has been lovely, guys.
That's our
Thank
time.
you so much for stopping me.
Thank you very much for the
You're so
1 minute of
welcome.
your time.
It is my
But
pleasure.
I know how important it is.
You are important.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right.
Good to see you.
Okay, thanks.
And she's off. Hey, it's Allen and Lauri here again, and we are with Dr. Stephen McConoughey, the new executive director for the Chesapeake chapter. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Yeah, well, appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you
Doing
for
what you do.
joining us. Thank you. We understand that this is a new position for you.
It is.
What has the transition been like?
It's been great. There's been a lot. The Chesapeake chapter does a lot of different programs. We have a lot going on throughout the course of the year. But the support has been great from not only from the Chesapeake chapter, but also from the DC chapter and the national as well. So it's been good.
Now, do you have any plans that you can fill us in on like, first priorities or just things you see that can be improved?
At this point, it's kind of just learning.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just kind of learning everything that happens and how things are done.
Right.
So not trying to make too many changes too quickly. I think the Chesapeake has had a really good thing for a while now.
Yeah, it has, absolutely.
So trying to just get up to speed and then kind of analyze and see where things might be able to be improved.
I mean, the DC, chapter might be the largest, but I think if you were to Chesapeake chapter is probably 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
so we're up there too. Yeah.
We are, and it's exciting because we're seeing this continued growth. So that's where we're trying to look at things that we can not only continue that growth, but if we can enhance it. And then as new members come in, what are they looking for getting out of the chapter as well? So I've been in the nonprofit space for about 10 years. First interaction with CAI.
Cool.
So kind of getting to know the organization from the national level and then down to the chapters as well.
But you've got some management experience in the nonprofit sector.
Correct. Yeah.
And,
so I'm familiar with membership-based organizations and trying to supply programming and educational programming.
Very cool.
Now, I know this is the first year that Chesapeake is joining us at the DC Expo. Give me one thing you can take away when you leave.
So I think just the organization has been phenomenal. I know the Friday was added this year, and you would have never known that this was the first time that was done. I thought that it was just everything was very smooth, and just little things of the gift bags and getting those put together. There's a lot I think learned as far as the organizational side of things that we can use and improve as well. And I think also just the breadth that you guys have, it's very impressive.
That's a really good point, Doc. Whether it's Chesapeake, whether it's DC, I mean, they do a lot. CAI does a lot with a little.
Yeah, a whole lot.
And for those of you at home, you know how many people we're talking about, and they did all of that. And they do it every year, and they do it really well.
And a lot of it's volunteer driven.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
This is fantastic.
So I have been in nonprofit space a while. I've never seen the engagement in an organization like I have here. It's just incredible.
Well, welcome to the family, and
Thank you.
I'm sure you're going to do
Thank
great
you.
things.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
It's good
Pleasure.
to see you.
Yeah.
Great to be here. What a great conference,
Good to see
huh?
you. Yes.
Lucky we got to track you down for a couple minutes. Appreciate your time.
No worries. Happy to
Very
do it.
gracious of you. So what's new?
What's new?
I mean, I think, didn't you have a Dubai Expo a couple of months ago?
We've had all kinds of stuff, not only around the U.S., but around the world. We're at almost 44,000 members of CAI now.
Wow.
We have members in 22 countries around the world. And you're right, in December I was actually in Dubai, in Bahrain, and in India for a conference there.
Oh, Bahrain and India too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that.
It sounds like
Absolutely.
you've been busy.
I spent a lot of time on airplanes, that's for sure.
And I didn't. That's the first I heard about India. What's going on over there?
So in 2019, we had our first 2 events in India. In February, we did a conference in Mumbai. We had about 150 attendees representing both management companies and developers.
Wow.
And then in December, we were in Bangalore. We did another one-day conference. We had about 180 people at that one. And then we also taught an M100 course. First time we taught a manager education course on the Indian subcontinent. Had about 15 people attend that. Got very good reviews, very positive. So we expect we'll be teaching more manager education there. There's a huge industry, but it's very, very immature, and there's just a need for education.
This reminds me of our interview 2 years ago, and the same kind of thought in my mind came up. It's like, you are always at the right place at the right time.
Try to
no matter where you are.
It's
like every time I see you, you're in front of it.
Isn't that how you guys are successful too?
I
Be at the right
guess
place
so, but it's also refreshing.
Look, this is becoming, the management community associations is becoming a global business.
It is.
And the reality is the jobs that managers do are essentially the same. The law is going to be a little different, the construction may be a little different, but what a manager deals with on a day-to-day basis, whether it's insurance issues, working with guys like you, whether it's building maintenance issues, whether it's meeting issues, they're all exactly the same. I mean, the joke we use is it's pets, pools, and parking, right? We've seen managers go from the United States to Dubai and work there for years, and within weeks really be into the groove. We've had managers come from Australia and work in the U.S. It's the same basic job. Transitioning from across international boundaries is relatively low-level effort. So the education that we do, the training that we do, the credentials that we do are equally transferable. We've built, over the last 46 years, an enormous infrastructure of information, of education, of tools that help communities be successful. Whether you're a manager, whether you're a business partner like yourselves, whether you're a homeowner board member that serves as a volunteer.
Doing a great job, again, as always. And it's always cool to, pick your brain a little bit.
Happy to do it.
Inside there.
It's so nice to see you again.
And thank you guys for all your support. It really is what makes us successful, is having business partners who are really willing to put the time and the energy in and be part of events like this.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh. All right, Lauri, what do you think? That was pretty good.
That was fantastic.
A lot of fun.
They did a great job on this year.
They did. I saw a lot of friendly faces, familiar faces. Looks like they got everything under control. Another good year.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, everybody, we'll see you again next year. You ready to roll?
Definitely ready.
Let's do it.